We might want to use it to like mount an Artemis 4 somewhere. Good luck with the adulting. So we're still 1 day off for mech wares, I guess, before we can run missions. So we have 1 day of refit time. So where are we starting to run tight on fittings? There was something on the Valkyrie. The Valkyrie wanted a little bit more armor, so taking a half-ton armor here wouldn't be terrible. For the Guardian ECM, we can switch to the Clan ECM. Do we get the increased slave thing or no? Can't remember if we actually picked it up or not. Looks like no. So this was also something, I forgot about that. That might go in somewhere as well on the spider, right? So this replaces cockpit. Cockpit on this guy is full. There's no way we're gonna run missile things, and this guy doesn't do anything with missiles. Could get a half-ton armor in here, but half-ton armor doesn't go that far, right? Like, what's it cost to get our legs up? Actually, that's exactly a half-ton, and it is gonna be nice and close. The extended range is less than the extended strength, but could do that. Could run Clan ECM here. Seems like the sight and sensor range should be used on somebody doing sniping. Could save a half-ton by replacing that Beagle probe too. All right, so what are our options right now? It's so we have the Clan Beagle and we have the Clan Guardian for 2 upgrades. We've got the cockpit, the initiative cockpit. Was there anything else we picked up upgrade related? I don't think there was, right? Oh, and we have, if we want them, we've got the T1 and the T3 patchwork. So, for example, isn't this guy... No, this guy's exactly fitted right now. I thought we had 1 space left on him. But no. It's exactly fitted. Okay. Oh, you know what, though? And we also picked up the Clan Ferrofibers. And the Clan Ferrofibers is slots as well as case if we want it. There's a large part of me if we can fit it. What if I confirm cancel? I think the line breaker could do those benefits, right? Like this thing could really... It's not running ferrofibers though. We do have ferrofibers in somebody, but not this guy apparently. All right, chat. I need a quick break. Just probably 2-3 minutes here, and then we're gonna play around with our fittings and then run our next mission. So probably about 3 to 5 minutes here. Back in a few. Chat, did we not take the improved C3 thing? Am I just not remembering that? All right, chat. It's starting to be an overwhelmingly large number of components already. A lot to keep track of for that. We have 6 upgrades we want to try to fit in. I'm still getting told about difficulty settings. I'm pretty sure we already checked out. All right, so enemy strength, still more. Oh, there's quite a few more. Jesus. Well, I owe an apology to somebody. To Zenthulus. Thanks, Zenthulus. Another 2? Let's do another 2. Jesus. Why are there 25 difficulties? How do you like meaningfully decide between these? It starts you on like normal too. Why are there 10 past normal? Literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 12 difficulties. Why the fuck are there 12 difficulties? Sure. Okay, but this is the stuff I thought they were talking about with scrolling, was this shit down here. Where it's like all, when we went through this earlier today, right? It's all like, it slows down the game, but I'm not sure it makes it any harder. I mean, I guess it makes the financial element harder, but it's not what we're talking about. It's enemy tonnage. Yeah, that's enemy tonnage we're messing with. All right. Meanwhile, let's play with our mech bay. So we want to get the Clan Beagle in, the Clan Guardian, and the Ferrofibrous, and maybe the Patchwork. So currently we could swap the Ferrofibrous out to keep heavy Ferro on somebody else. We could do it on the Hunchback. Although we have to get something else lighter too. He's running the Bloodhound Probe, which is 25% increased sight range, which I think is better than the Clan one that we picked up. The Clan one is lighter, but only gives 20%. The other person you could use that is probably the little mech here, the giant spider. All right. So this is a straight upgrade for us here on this guy. The increased sight radius is better on the longer range guys, of course, of which this is one of them. So getting that equipment here is fine. The only downside of doing it here is I don't need weight on this mech. This mech is pretty much doing what it needs to be doing already. I mean, it could fit more LRMs, I guess. Could maybe fit one more, although its heat will start getting up there. I think we have another exchanger. Could add more ammo. It's a pretty unexciting option though when we compare it. I mean, because I think it's also a size change, right? Like it's one more spot back. Slot 1 as opposed to slot 2, which is actually relevant on the other mech, but not relevant on this mech. Most of it doesn't fucking matter, correct? This replaces headgear. This was the problem. So this would be, we'd drop a gunnery to get a piloting and a tactics. Increased lance sensor range and increased lance sight range is nice though. I don't know how big the aura is. It doesn't actually give me an aura reading here. But if this is basically a C3 probe. So that's the same weight. Replaces our +1, our clan gunnery cockpit. Gunnery's actually been really relevant on these guys because this guy's running. I mean, this would get us a Tactics 10. Tactics 10 did what now? It's -1 indirect fire penalty on Tactics 10, but I don't really care about that, where the gunnery bonus is actually relevant. But this is the only thing this is going to fit in for a cockpit is this guy, basically. Everybody else's cockpit is doing something useful for them. So do we want to downgrade our LRM damage for allied sensor range and sight range by 3%? Probably not. I mean, +1 initiative for lance mates. I guess that gives us a little bit more. Although going first is not always great. What did piloting and tactics get us to? Tactics 4, we're going to be pretty high on tactics on this thing already, so it's not that useful for us. Piloting 4 on this is unsteady. I don't think this is good here. This is a little bit tempting. I don't think it's great. And what is this? This is the SLIC sensor suite, which is a cockpit. All right. We can't put Clan Pharaoh on this one because it's already running integrated laser system. We could get integrated laser off of this, but I kind of like it here. The only way we could get integrated laser off of this would be if we put it on like our melee mech, which would be nice. Since this guy is now sitting in the back a bit more. Yeah, I know what the UAV does. We've used the UAV. I've been really unexcited by UAVs since it ends my turn with the UAV. Which means can't fortify. It's okay after sprints. I did have it on this guy though. Like maybe it's time to try to get out in the front line. Maybe we can use the increased space and increased weight off of putting the clan probe on or the clan ECM to fit that on one of the frontline mechs. Moving this to the melee mech would be okay. Weighs a ton, slots 2, ton 1. I'm not sure we have the weight on it. So, all right, this stuff is a little finicky right now. Because like all the changes and components here are linked. So we change one, it's basically changing 2 others. So we don't have one more space here, although we could by moving the jump jet. We have to get one more space on this mech. We could downgrade the Beagle probe. This also runs the slave aura, which could be upgraded if we wanted to drop 10% melee damage. I mean, this does negative pilot, gunnery, and tactics, and the piloting does matter. Probably accuracy. And this thing has been kind of ridiculous, but if we take this off, we don't have enough slots on the mech, right? I don't know why it shows me as overweight when I do that. Does it also weigh less? No, but because it takes the cockpit and the sensors, it takes up it actually does save a ton. That's interesting. Oh, we didn't get the C3 upgrade. Or was this the C3 upgrade? Fuck. This was that was the C3 upgrade. The slave upgrade. Piloting's accuracy. Starts to be so much of a clusterfuck here. So giving this thing extra sight range is really unexciting. Now we're a slot shy for the clan's ECM. %3 increased lance sensor range and aura, 3% increased lance sight range and aura, +1 initiative for all allies, +1 piloting, +1 tactics. But we lose 10% damage on our melee attack. But we do gain. It's not +1 basically, it's +2 piloting, +2 tactics, +1 gunnery off of that. But -1 guts. Options. What else could we do for weight on this? Already running Endocio. I don't think we have any clan Endocio, which would give us would give us slots back. We have clan ferrofibrous, but not clan endosteel. Doesn't give initiative. Gives initiative to lance mates, but presumably not to this guy. Chaff's not that useful. I kind of like the chaff, man. How is this not useful? It feels like this is actually really useful. So this will trigger on melee attacks for us, and we're going to be point blank, and the enemy that we point blank attack is going to have impaired accuracy, impaired sight, and impaired sensor strength. That seems really good to me. The Beagle upgrade does give me the slot back, but again, the issue with putting the Beagle here is the Beagle upgrade is this 20% increased sensor range and 20% sight range is useful in a long range thing, not so useful in a close range. So that would fit this. We still have a sensor upgrade if we wanted it, which I'm pretty sure we do have. Is this a sensor? Cockpit. And that runs weak ECM auras. What does this thing do? This is an ECM aura coming out of it's just like bad sensor sniper basically. My take on this is we don't want this. I don't want the active probe here. So if I revert that, active probe and Beagle probe are different things. I think they do almost exactly the same thing. Active probe's giving sensor range and sensor sight. It counters ECM/stealth by 3. This one counters it by 2. Bonus of 2. No, they're the same fucking module. They just have very slightly different values. Yeah. I mean, could this be run anywhere else? It has an optimal 200. It could be run somewhere else. And that does get us a slot back. I mean, I like the idea of having this here. Although, fair point that, you know, maybe the enemy we're attacking doesn't live. Maybe. And if we desperately need that slot back, which we may or may not, depends if we keep the spiked helmet or not, right? Certainly doesn't give it, I mean, the weight we could throw into armor. But what did we... round and round and round. What the hell did we want on this for upgrades? The EC... That ECM was worse, right? The clan ECM was worse at close range. It's a weight thing. Preferably at long range. Thank you, YO, for the 13 months. No, that's fine close range. It's pretty bad either way. It's just weaker. It's weaker and longer range. And that could be run frontline if we wanted to get us a ton. And then if we pulled the spiked helmet, go up a ton. Ah, it's so unexciting. I'm not sure what clan active is better on this. Honestly, I think clan active is less good than Guardian. It's just really for that half ton. I like having it as an option, but like right now where we're trying to force this stuff to fit, I'm not entirely certain. I feel like I'm unintentionally kind of like running this out a little bit longer than it needs to be. Let's just briefly take a quick scan through these. This is pretty solid. We don't get improvements out of this unless we increase the Guardian ECM. Doing that allows us a very small amount of weight. We could throw it into our armor if we wanted to run Clan Guardian. So this is a weaker ECM field, which is less protection for us, but affects a little bit further out. Doesn't seem great to me. Oh, that was the thing. We could get a UAV on if we wanted to. Does this one also not work with stealth? No, it's fine with stealth. We have one slot here too. It's the same offensive field and lighter if you use ECCM. But it's less of a defensive field. Yes, it's got the same, it uses the same ECCM field, but the ECCM field is the toggle, and the toggle is actually less useful than the primary. The primary is two defensive rated things. One, which is a jammer effect, which is enemy sensor strength, right? And the other, which this thing's a stealth boat, so enemy sensor strengths are really good buff for us, debuffing enemy sensor strength. And the second thing is it runs your ECM shield, which is an enemy accuracy buff shooting into you. And it goes from 3 ECM shield to 2, and it goes from 3 sensor jam to 2. So it's a downgrade in sensor power on a unit that wants to have sensor power, or wants to have E-War power rather. So I don't really want that on here. This guy has the one slot, so we could potentially, if we thought the UAV was useful. And the reason the UAV would be useful is if we do a full sprint, which we are, so we're sprinting a lot on this thing and we're sprinting a lot on the other close range mech. Because there is no action you take after. I mean, this guy's got kind of shit range, but not that bad. And the other guy actually has missiles with fairly decent range. It's a matter of who has an action at the end of their turn to take the UAV thing. And probably nobody, because our Valkyrie is going to be wanting to fortify so it gets the bonus off the shield. So it will jump jet and shield, or jump jet and fortify. The stealth hunchback here is probably sprint and shoot, although there's an argument this is the one that's most likely to have that. I mean, it's only a quarter of a ton too. Is there another way we can get another quarter of a ton back? We could. We're running sensor sentinel here. This is the improved you know. I don't know. I don't know about that, Falk. I don't think it's as clear cut as that, right? If I have a lance size of 5, I'd like to bring 5 aggressive mechs. It's more of a matter of it was very situational, right? It was a sensor ping. It was an AoE sensor ping, which was nice, but requires that that the unit using it doesn't do anything for that turn. Right, exactly, action economy, but the action economy would be on the sprinter. Right now, like for example, I would put this on 100%. If I could exchange Guardian ECM for Clan ECM that was as powerful as Guardian ECM, I'd throw the UAV on in a heartbeat and then probably up the armor. Because I mean, what we could do, right, as I said, what we could do right now is this makes us a little bit more vulnerable. Run that. And then we get to flesh out armor just a little bit, right? Something like that, which isn't terrible. But the Hunchback cannot run the improved probe. Not that it wants to either. Just the problem is this is -1 jamming field, -1 ECM protection. All right. So this guy's got the Bloodhound probe. This would be the unit that would want this. This is the unit that wants to run the other probe that we just picked up. So we'd like to replace Beagle probe for. It's just unfortunate we don't get the advantage of the smaller size of this. I mean, maybe we could change that all around. So actually, that's an interesting thought that I just had. So, what is this thing doing for us? As I said, it's going to be a little fussy because all of our E-War is interlinked, right? So changing up one on one person means we have to figure out who carries the other stuff. So this is giving to the target, gets 5% increased sensor range and 5% sight range, which is not particularly useful for this guy. But it is replacing the Beagle, so it's basically a weaker Beagle effect on a front line is probably correct. Anti-ECM 4 is fine. 6% lance sensor range and 10% increased lance sight range inside the aura is good, but not necessarily what we need on the front line, since the aura really would like to be overlapping back line. Huh. Do we want to run this? We could swap down to... Okay, if we can, because we're just looking at the spider, right? The spider has a lot of slots left. Slots can be converted into tonnage. Maybe. Depends if it's already running its endo steel or not. I think it might have been. And this gives only 5%. We're trying to improve the sight radius. It's probably not. Probably not, right? So we lose 10% sight modifier. Already running endo steel. Can't run ferrofibrous without pulling the integrated AMS off. And the only way we could get the AMS... Are we running clan on the... I wish I could toggle between mechs here. The only reason we could run between this is if... I did play Civ 6 for a little bit, Mr. Bramboy. I have some guide videos on my YouTube about it, but I haven't played it in a very long time, and I haven't kept up to date with it because I don't like it. And this guy's biggest issue is actually slots. There's no real way to get slots back on this mech. We'd have to get a clan endo steel. That's the only way to get slots back on this. I mean, the Beagle probe goes up for 1, but we don't really care about this guy's range. There's not a lot of point in putting that on him. Hey, dear Eisen. How's it going, man? Long time no see. Okay. Okay. So I want to put that extra range on this unit. The other guy is not running Guardian ECM, right? Because these two tend to hang out pretty close to each other. Is this thing running ECM? I don't think the Hunchback runs ECM at all, right? So we really would like to hang out near the guy actually running ECM, right? So this guy does not run ECM. We could maybe put ECM on this. But to do that, we're what? To get slots back, we would convert to clan endo steel. That would give us slots back, but weight back. We could grab the T3 patchwork. We gotta get a ton still. It's not easily gonna do that at all. Yeah, that doesn't seem very good. So we're not going to get ECM on that. And why is that relevant? Because the two back guys, that's one of their protections, is the ECM field, right? So having the ECM field up is really important. That means we want the tier 3 Guardian sitting on the back line again, or the 3-point Guardian sitting on the back line with our guys. I can upgrade this, but I can't change that on this guy. Okay. So some stuff is becoming clear from this. We would like to fit this on for the increased sight and sensor range. That's just pure pounds back. The pounds don't really help us on this thing is the issue, right? It's already got the Artemis 4 on there. I mean, pounds actually do help us on this because we can fit more missile systems on here eventually. Or heat sinks, for example. How much heat are we generating around off the missiles alone? 966 for 12 is 21. 21 and 23 is 44. Venting how much? 65. Less jump jets? We already cut this thing down to pretty much the minimum number of jump jets it can run. Runs the tag barrage. Could this thing run those chaff missiles? 200 range is pretty shit. Yes, it's a mod. Check the title. So the active probe was, it wasn't just an upgrade. What was it getting worse at? Sensor detection. But it was pretty much an upgrade. This could run UAV, but the UAV seems not great here. If I'm going to be UAVing, I probably can shoot instead. What else could it do? Our upgrades were the Beagle upgrade, which we're installing right now. Guardian was kind of a mixed bag. We picked up an initiative cockpit. It could go down for initiative cockpit, generating more initiative for the rest of the team. This was this thing. Lance sensor range and aura, Lance sight range and aura. Does anyone know if it includes itself in increased Lance sight range? Because the other ones say Lance mates. This says Lance people in it. It probably does include itself. Are we willing to give up gunnery here? Maybe. The tactics is useless on it here, though. Is this also a cockpit? Why aren't we running the rangefinder here? It's better than what we've been running. Better than the regular clan cockpit. Clan cockpit is just +1 gunnery. Rangefinder is gunnery and 40 base distance, which is what we're just trying to get on this. That's actually better. Does it weigh the same? Weighs the same. So that's an upgrade. That's nice. Just randomly found an upgrade in there. What's this fucking thing do? Cockpit upgrade. No, it's a sensor upgrade. Sensors are busy. Okay. We could use that weight to get a tag in here, or a case in here, and stick it somewhere so we don't fucking blow up by accidentally overheating one day. That could be a thing. That might be worth something. Do you need jump jets on an LRM mech? Yeah, you need jump jets on everybody. So this is either another jump jet or the UAV, basically, or we can assign a bit more armor. Maybe the UAV and a bit more armor is as good as it gets. It seems very unlikely we're going to have many turns where we use this UAV on this guy. He's in the back. But maybe early on. I only have the one UAV because I've been so unexcited by them. But like that with some armor. Anytime we're upping armor, I'm making myself relatively happy. Could up the armor anyways and ignore this. Ignore the UAV. Does he get hot? He gets hot when he integrated laser AMS. That is all the tonnage into armor. Yeah, it could fit the patchworks, although this is a bit of an expensive thing for the patchwork. I mean, we could fit the patchwork in a double heat sink would be the alternative, right? So this is these two upgrades are definitely happening because this is the only place that makes sense to do that. I mean, we could actually fit a heat exchanger if we wanted to, which is minus 10% on all of these for heat, but it means if we get drilled, we take more damage. And 3 heat sink, right? It's our last heat exchanger. Wouldn't mind having the heat exchanger for something that generates a bit more weapon off its heat off its weapons. But getting another double heat sink on here would be fine. We do have a couple of those now. Let it vent just a little bit more efficiently. And how are we getting the second? We were going to put the patchwork materials on if we were to do that. So it would be like something like that. And we're not actually underweight with that. Why? Uh, yeah. So I think the take home out of this was I wanted the active probe over the Beagle here. This is one of the places it makes sense. We want to run the rangefinder over the clan cockpit and a half ton of either a half ton or a quarter ton of ammo, plus the other thing is okay. Needs to run Guardian 3. It's running Patchwork. We could drop the fucking Patchwork and get that back. And then up our armor. That makes me fairly happy. Why does this mech have so many hard points? It's an Omni mech, apparently. Alright, I can live with this. Let's confirm that. So that's happening. That gets the clan Beagle installed.
Get it in the schedule.
Okay. We didn't have any room for this guy because we couldn't really get that upgrade going, which is fine. The front range, the only other thing to really consider then is, did we want to run this thing right here? Because our cockpit is a one gunnery cockpit, which is fine. The PPC boat doesn't need an anti-recoil. PPCs only generate one recoil, and we already have a better thing. Oh, right. No, the other thing with the question was, no, we want the Guardian ECM here. So we're just not using the UAV or the Clan Guardian right now. Okay. So not ended up being all that many upgrades out of that. We do have... If we had the space, we could get another upgrade. I mean, we could throw this fucking thing on. This thing only... We could just max it with the -1, right? Throwing this on like here or something. Gets us armor. Gets us 3 armor ticks. Glorious. Chaff on this guy. This guy has no missile hardpoints. Oh, it's a support hardpoint though. The chaff is actually really interesting here. It fits on the arm too. If we had weight. The chaff is a really interesting option. We didn't pull it off the other thing, did we? We can't get space back on this mech easily. Chaff on the other one's okay too, although I think it also runs into issues with no space for that. Forgot about moving the chaff around, good call. This guy actually has space. Has the support hardpoint. It's on the arm. Currently the fluid gun, which has been pretty shit so far. Do we have another support hardpoint on him? No, the whole mech only has one support hardpoint. This would be much better if it was a little further range. So we took it off the other mech for what? For the tag system. No, we want tag on the other one. We could just strip this entirely. I would like to use this. It feels like a 30% bone is pretty fucking good. So is an evasion penalty, or an evasion thing for us. And it is another missile thing. I also kind of wanted a case on this guy because of ammo reasons. Like we could move all of these to this arm, throw a case system on there and be good. Acid SR2s, we don't have those. So there's more of an argument for the other ECM here, since the tonnage is relevant. So if we were feeling a little down on ourselves, we could run that. Can we get one slot back? Because if we could run Patchwork 3, that would be pretty good. That gives us the weight, but we need the spots now. This armor is unupgraded too. We could run Ferrofibrous Clan here. Although it takes a shit ton of slots. We probably don't have them. Pull the fluid gun, pull the fucking acid, get a case in there. I haven't really liked that. I like the idea of it, but I don't like it. So where is that? If we move our ammo to here. Get the patchwork out of there. So we don't want it getting destroyed. Run. Where did all of our weight go? We pulled the fluid gun off. Throw a case in there. We don't have Clan Pharaoh floating around. And then what are we doing with this extra weight? We're gonna put that chaff thing in here. Jesus, where'd all that? This is because we pulled off 2 tons and then we saved a ton. 0.6 tons. So this is 0.5, that's 0.6. And this is 2, so that's the 3 tons coming out of this 3.1. It's pretty much at max armor. Could throw another fucking laser on there, but I don't really want another laser on there. I mean, it's pure damage, I guess. A large pulse instead. Forgot we had large pulses now. ER large laser, there's a large pulse there. Large pulse weighs 6. The 2 mediums are 1 each. So that'd only give us, this is 2 right now. It only gives us 4. I do have Clan Ferrofibrous, but we don't have the spots for Clan Ferrofibrous. We have, oh, you're suggesting to move the endosteel. What does that do for us? It's just, no, we're not gonna, I mean, this will take the weight back, I guess, but like, the endosteel is generally better since we don't take structure damage as often as we're taking armor damage. More jump jets would be nice. Going back up to the jump jets we were at would be good. Stripping it down to 3 has kind of been a little desperate. So what are the improvements we can do for this? More lasers, case, chaff. Okay. Are we lucky enough to have an endo composite, endo clan in this thing? No, we have plenty of endo steel. We just don't have endo clan. All right, the other thing then might be if we're gonna try those chaff missiles, which I really like the idea of. I like using them more often than we're using them. So maybe we pull it off the Valkyrie, which was where? Here. Pull the chaff off this thing. Maybe re-armor it. I might put the the single thing on this. So grab that. Put this on. Up its armor. No. Seems good. Nice work, Galvia. You've called my attention. You've done it. Seems okay. We're not going to try to get the better slave in here. The better slave was kind of interesting. And it doesn't fit anywhere else. And it takes cockpit. But every time we look at this, it's the option of whether or not... I mean, getting a piloting back is direct accuracy. And we keep the... Just lose that. And so is... The gunnery doesn't matter at all, though, right? Well, the gunnery does matter because we're shooting him with a fucking boomstick. So the problem is when the spiked helmet comes off, we need a pound, or a ton rather, and we need a slot. We maybe could take this ECM and make this different. I'm not as worried about this guy having those ECM bonuses, so that would be half a ton. And the slot comes from the chaff, right? Okay. And the slave gets replaced by that? Or is it in addition to? It's got to be replaced, right? No, it looks like it runs in addition to. That can't be right, can it? Apparently can. Alright. Pirate engine, we couldn't fit the pirate engine on here, unfortunately. Okay, so we're a quarter of a ton over here. Is there any way we can get one more fucking slot back anywhere? I don't want to strip armor. Get a sensor upgrade here. Is this sensors? This is sensor. This is cockpit. Take the case off? No. No, we won't be taking the case off. Electronic countermeasure sensors. Can we go down to this instead of the Guardian? So this is low tier. But we're increased sensor signature and increased... No, we don't want to be... Sensor signature, reduce visibility. No. We do want to run this. This is a low strength ECM field, which stacks over our sensors like that. That actually makes up for the loss in Guardian strength, by the way. Not in terms of the Guardian shield, but for the jamming it does. Which is fine. Which protects our back range fine. Are slugs volatile? I don't know if slugs are volatile. I think it says in the description they explode. Upon receiving a critical hit, any remaining ammunition stored inside the ammo bin will explode, dealing damage to the install location. Looks like that's a yes. How do we get quarter of a ton here, chat, without sacrificing jump jets? Also, look at this, man. This bothers me. Ready for something that bothers me on this fucking mech? Okay, remember that integrated AMS we've got sitting on the Spider that causes heat that we're worried about? This thing is doing 0 heat per turn. We can easily make this into a heatsink D here. Literally doubling the amount of heat sinking it's doing at no cost to anything else whatsoever. And then throw an AMS in here. Swap one heavy jump jet for one non-heavy. That's a good idea. Oh, but it feels so bad. It's a good call, though. That would get us where we wanted to go with this. Why does this guy want to fly? Because he can't run for shit, because he doesn't have enough melee movement speed. So this is how he gets close, is flying. Oh, it's a good idea. It's an annoyingly good idea. That already give him a super shitty head. What are the other? Because the problem is we need other. We can get the weight down. We just need a slot, but there's no way to shrink anything, right? Nothing else gets smaller. We have an XL gyro for weight, XL engine for weight. Can't do anything about those. The Beagle probe can get smaller if we get a better one, but that's it. Nothing else gets smaller in here. Clan Pharaoh has built-in case is a really good call. I forgot about that. Hey, cool. I mean, it is our melee guy who's gonna get shot. But that's an interesting idea, Clan Pharaoh. Because that gets us a fucking ton back. The ton might be enough. No, we got 1,000,000 tiles now. And on this one, it makes some sense. Although eventually, we kind of want stealth on this one eventually, right? Yeah, we could patchwork from here. So this doesn't trade our efficiency. Although it does trade cost for repair time. This guy's designed to take damage too, which means it's going to be a little bit slow. I mean, there is a cost to doing that, right? But it's not in performance on any given mission. Can't fit this here, which is a bit of a deal. I don't want it on my fucking arm particularly. Hey, Billy. You think this is analysis paralysis? I think this is playing with our builds, man. I'm pretty happy with this. That's pretty cool, actually. Although we can't integrate the lasers into... Move core jump jet to other side to other leg and guardian to core. Can we move the guardian to the core? Because that would get that, you're right. This, that does hide the patchwork nicely. Okay. I think no. I think the answer to that is no. And I think the reason, that's really close, but I think the one jump jet is just a more reasonable half measure in the meantime. Because I think the issue here is that I may want to slap a stealth or an integrated laser AMS on the armor point. And I'm not going to be able to do that immediately. So we're going to pull this, pull the Guardian ECM, pull the spiked helm, pull one of the jump jets. It shouldn't be that one, it should be that one. And then we're gonna run those upgrades we talked about, which is the Clan Guardian ECM. I guess it could be for this one instead, leave that where it was. Pull that one, move the Guardian ECM to the chest. It is expensive, so it's kind of okay. And then throw in the SLIC suite. The sensor sniper. The case was staying where it was. We're going to add a jump jet. Small jump jet. Jump jets have been the compromise point we've made again and again, haven't they? Leg. Probably should be torso, but we might want that open. We'll do leg. All right, right there. That looks nice. I like it, chat. I like it a lot. Well done. Okay. It's 2 days. That is a downside, but we'll live with it. What's the total melee damage now without the helm? Slightly less, for sure. But we did just get extra accuracy on the boomstick, so it's not a total loss. And extra accuracy on our melee attack. We probably about, I don't know. We may I'm gonna claim we broke even on melee damage by just on average melee damage, since we just gained accuracy. Okay. God, this is almost more fun than running the this may be more fun than running the missions. I'm not exaggerating right now. So the other thing we wanted to do then is get chaff over here. And now we have the chaff system taken off the off it. Don't you guys like, I mean, like fitting that little tiny bit percent, like extra tiny bit of damage is so fucking satisfying. This is min-maxing. This is like min-maxing without the stupid game you have to min-max in. It's just pure min-maxing. Very enjoyable. Very satisfying. Okay. So what do we want to do on this? We wanted to get the chaff weapon on. And possibly a narc launcher. I mean, the narc is useful if it was a little bit more long range. This is also a support weapon. I don't like how this boat has one support slot. Why can't it have 2 support slots? Stupid thing. Okay. This guy want RD4s? He does. We don't have RD4s that I'm aware of. Right, Tittabella? I'm thinking about it. I'm seriously considering it. Pretty sure I have 1 available. Oh, you mean this helm? Nobody. Oh, but the Artemis 4 instead of the Artemis 2. Ooh, that's interesting. I don't think there's room in the head for it. I'm pretty sure it takes an extra slot. And I'm pretty sure it we'd have to lose the enhanced imaging. And isn't it only a half rack of ammo too? I believe ammo is measured the same way ribs are measured in racks. That's either a whole rack or a half rack of ammo. We have SRM ammo, which is a lot, but it's a half rack. And we don't have an SRM launcher on. We have an MRM ammo. I guess MRM can use SRM ammo though, right? Okay. Anyways, what are we doing with the extra weight that we have gotten on this guy from pulling off the fluid launcher and the fluid gun, which has been okay? What are we doing with this weight? Something sweet. What do we get? We already used the cockpit upgrade, and we used the Guardian upgrade, and we used the Beagle upgrade. So all we really have, engine upgrade to a 285. I do love it when this guy sprints at people. I think we're going to get the UAV on this guy and see if we could ever use it. No, Zenthos, don't tell me things like that. We have to play, we have to be committed to what we're doing here. We could, oh, we were going to put jump jets back on it. It's at 3. It would be nice to have jump jet range again. And a case. Case and some jump jets wouldn't be terrible. All right, we could put case in here. Or on the arm. Let's say torso. Move these over here. Adds a fuck ton of days, by the way. Okay. And tack on a jump jet. Even the improved distance jump jet, although we only have the one. And this takes all that extra weight we found and doesn't make us tankier. But lets us be a little baby about blowing up. It's functional. It's not pretty. It's not beautiful. Could throw some armor on there with the patchwork. Too many days. That's not that appealing to me, chap. What can we do better with this? So we definitely want the countermeasures on, because I think I've been really unimpressed with these. The problem is I'm killing mechs faster than these are adding weapon damage, and I have to be too close to get this. And if I'm that close, I'm taking the shot on the guy anyways, which has been fairly fucking useless. Whereas taking the shot on the guy and having him not be able to shoot back or shoot another guy to reduce him. I mean, so the optimal on the fluid gun is like one foot, 120, and the optimal on the other one was a little bit better, right? Wasn't it closer to like 180 or something? 200. Yeah, see, that's a much better optimal. You want him to run a large pulse. He can't fit a large pulse, Iron Root. The large pulse weighs too much. He might be able to run light PPCs, though. Those have a little bit more reasonable tonnage than medium lasers. That might be an upgrade too, especially if one of them explodes. Does case protect against component explosions or just ammo explosions? Oh, we're on the same page, Tittabello. Yes, what, Xenthalus? Yes, case does protect against component explosions. Well, now we're fucking talking about something that's interesting. Drop these shitty medium lasers. We could point blank his goddamn face with a light PPC. Does protect. Oh my god. Alright. So now we're talking. So let's say we put... Oh man, we're overweight. But we have our ways. So what does this thing do compared to a laser? So where was all that sweet weight we got back? Jamming of 1, recoil of 0, high energy capacitor discharges violently for 40 when destroyed, but we get him 2 fire modes. Rapid fire or overcharging the capacitor, both which seem great. I mean, we could run the real light PPC, but there's also a snub nose. This is 6 tons, this is 4 tons. The light PPC is 3 tons. Light PPC is 30 damage, 6 stab. 22 heat. This is 22 heat, 30 damage. So it doesn't go up in damage, but it has a more versatile. It has a 3 times 15. God, you guys are... I don't want to be rude. I don't want to be crude here. That's exciting news. We have the spot for the tier 3 patchwork here. Throw that fucker in. We just need to get a case in here now. How do we get a case in here? Strip a jump jet. I mean, no one likes jump jets. Fucking jump jets. Fucking jump jets. How much does a case save? How much case weigh? Case weighs 1 ton. I mean, we could swap the armor out, get the inbuilt case. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, Iron Hand, but I don't think it's enough weight, right? Because to get that in, we have to drop endo steel, and I'm pretty sure Clan Ferrofibrous does not give us enough, right? So if we look at that, it only gives us 1.36, so we're tonnage over here, which is the big issue. There's multiple fire modes. Basic fire mode has no chance of misfiring and damaging itself. The alternative fire modes can misfire and damage, but is mitigated by gunnery skill. Nice. How much does it even explode for? 40. Cases are for pussies. Nothing wrong with pussy. Nothing wrong at all. We run some cases. So is this an upgrade in damage? Yeah, barely. We drop medium lasers, which no, it's a downgrade. We can make it way more. Sometimes it explodes and it does less damage. How's the optimal? Optimal's 300 though. That's much better with the range of the weapons we're using. Reinforced leg has case built into it. You genius! All right, well, let's take a look. What do our reinforced leg do? We got 2 of them. It weighs half a ton. It doesn't slow us down. Oh, you sick bastard. That's a great idea. All these things with case built into them. All right. So we can only put so much ammo in 1 foot, though. It doesn't protect everything, though, right? Case doesn't protect everything. Does it just put a case in our foot? Doesn't actually say. Case prevents internal explosions traveling to the center torso. It's just a case 1, though. It's not a case 2. So it doesn't mitigate the damage. It just prevents it from traveling to the center torso. That's not good enough. We need it because this thing dies. If it's central engines crit, it dies. Well, case in the leg would be fine, but this doesn't actually, this is not a case 2 in the leg, it's a case 1. Is this only case 1? See, that might be troll. That might have almost got me killed, huh? Caught on to you, bastards. No, but damage in the legs carries over into torsos. So any damage that above and beyond the leg will carry into the torso. And if this only prevents damage traveling to the center torso, it still means side torsos hit that. Higher reinforced legs get case 2? Okay, but we're not there yet then. So we only get case 1 then. We gotta get this case on here, chat. So let's put that on there and then figure out how we make this fucking fit. So we put that over there. Because now if everything blows up, we're good. Move these over here. Don't take more than 2 days, you bastard. Don't take more than 2 days, bastard. Okay, so we're looking at something like that. Now we gotta get 6/10 of a ton here with no space. That's gonna be hard. Could downgrade the MRM. But I don't really want to downgrade the MRM. We can't strip another jump jet. Gyro's already upgraded. We're already on endo steel. Already upgraded the core's at 275. I want it to stay at 275. We're not stripping the C3 Master or the Beagle. There's no way to do that. Jump jet instead of regular S. Jump jet I. No, there's no space for a patchwork. I think we need the pilot to lose half a ton of weight. I would love to use the light PPC. I like the leg idea. Endo composite is just a sold thing. All right, well look, we'll back out of here and take a look. I don't think endo composite's there. I think I would, if I had noticed a new thing, I think I would have been excited about it. But I don't think we've seen one. Use non-pirate light PPC. If I use a non-pirate light PPC, I think it's just worse than the medium lasers. So we can look at that, but the pirate PPC is what's kind of exciting. There's just regular endo steel here. Regular ferrofibrous. Compact gyro. That's weight. No, there's not. Okay. So that's not an option, whatever that option might have been. It's a pipe dream. Can you remove an arm actuator? I don't think those can be removed. But it is worth taking a look at. Yeah, but not only would the compact gyro not be good for us, it's also, we have an XL gyro. So we would lose this way too much weight. How's the other long range laser options? Well, we're not looking at long range. This is a close range unit. We're looking at medium range is what we're looking at. So the snub nose PPC, which is not the pirate one, weighs 6 tons. These pirate ones are 4 tons. The light PPC is 3 tons. So it is a ton less. It does damage 30, so it's 1.5 medium lasers. And optimal goes to 246. Dude, the fucking pirate one is fucking baller. Look at this thing. Now we want the pirate PPC, and we don't want to hear any bitching about it. Pirate PPC it is. Get it arm mounted as well. It's got to happen. I really like that idea. It would be an upgrade to a gun, a weapon, a guy that we haven't upgraded in ages. So it'd be nice to upgrade him too, is what I'm getting at. All right, so we're looking, this was pretty close. So what would the leg thing do? The problem is if we could store all 3 ammos on the leg, I would seriously consider it. I mean, granted, this one will run out sooner. They're the same ammo. Is there some way I can make it feed off of one ammo over the other? Can I make it, do you guys know? Maybe this is a modder question. What leg does the heavy MRM draw off of first? Because if we can make this leg, the armored leg, first equipped ammo gets used first. Huh. There are double ammo packs in the game. Double ammo packs do store more efficiently. The problem is I don't think we have HMRM ammo. We only have the one set of HMRM ammo, to the best of my knowledge. And that is not something we can replace right now, right? Can we do without the MRM-10? The optimal on this is really nice. And if we're adjusting the PPC to really hit about 300 meter optimal, which is what we're looking for, which is MRM ammo optimal as well as HMRM, we look at the SRMs, which is the replacement we do for that, and the replacement is quite a bit worse. We only have the 1 launcher hardpoint, so it's an SRM-6. The SRM-6 weighs the same, I believe. Does slightly more damage, but at a lower optimal by quite a bit. 90 meter lower optimal. The MRM has -1 accuracy, but we have a +2 accuracy missile to counteract that. And my SRM ammo is pretty shit. So I don't think going to the SRM helps us very much. Could always do the double heatsink trick, then put on another pirate PPC. Double heatsink trick. Take armor off back. No. My friend, you are of dangerous mech warrior. Maybe we could do without the case. It seems like a crazy. So if we ran the patchwork. And then there's armored at a fucking all hell. So this is upper arm. Upper arm doesn't run accuracy. Wait, we can get another arm accuracy? This is above and beyond? I just assumed... Oh my god, I assumed this was replacing the lower arm. I don't suppose this has a case built into it. I don't think the MRM has recoil, so I don't think that's relevant. But the extra accuracy is relevant. Instead of patchwork, you can do ferrofibrous. I think ferrofibrous is, oh, it's only 7. Does that fit? We've got 2-4 right now. No, we can't fit that. So this is actually additional armor on the arm too, right? It's not. The reinforced legs were. I mean, that's pretty fucking cool. Do we have other guys who are using arm-based weapons that are better? The PPCs are on either arm, right? The medium lasers are a chest thing, and the LRMs are spread across both arms on the other guy. Although we could get that on the other guy, probably. This could probably go on the fucking fire starter. But let's say we wanted to throw this on here. Let's say we believed. Oh, it takes over existing slots? It takes over the shoulder as well? Upper arm actuator, shoulder. Shoulder is 5% stand up piloting roll. 10% melee damage, 5% melee stability damage, 5% standing up piloting roll. Did they weigh anything? 0 tons. 0 tons. Is this weighing more than it said it was going to? No, we're already overweight, so that just adds weight. Oh, but we're not running this is currently ignoring the patchwork 3, right? So if we did that, ran that. That's so close. And then put the patchwork on. We're just like, what, bitch? Oh, you can't run a patchwork 1 and a patchwork 3? What bitch indeed. Alright. Not in the same slot. It's a different location. What, bitch? And then we just go down over here. Bam! Oh, that looks sexy. Chat, I'm a little excited. So the only issue is when our arm explodes and kills us. But is it that big of a deal if the arm blows up? Yeah, the no case is the scary bit. I agree. That looks so good. That looks so good. And it's 3 days, which is a little bit long, but it looks so good, chat. All right, is there anything we can do better about this for movement? No, the support weapon has to be on that arm. The PPC has to be on that arm. We want the accuracy on the MRMs for accuracy. Countermeasures can't. It's a support weapon. It's limited on its location. 60 months, TNSC. Thank you very much. And this did happen. Perfect slot usage. Fucking confirm this. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Take off the close quarter weapons. What are you talking about? No, we're doing this. Good talk, chat. Good talk.
I'll let you know when that's done.
All right. Anything else we can optimize? We're on an optimization streak right now. We've got stealth pew and 2-ball over here. Is replacing the leg on anybody help? Not really, because it's all plus weight on everybody, right? All right, all right. This thing's fucking great. This thing, I love this. This thing's going well. The leg is also plus weight, correct? Yeah. Oh, but you mean compared to like what does it replace? Well, all of this weighs 0, so presumably replacing any of that costs something. Nah, thinking with the noggin now. All right, quick save and then we go. Yeah. Another. We don't have more pulses. All right, save game. Min max. Confirm. Game's feeling a little laggy, so I'm gonna crash the game before it crashes for me. Okay. 5-head would have been a good one too. I forgot about 5-head. That's a good meme. I like 5-head. Okay. Chat, we did so much optimization there. It's not at all gonna be wasted the next time we get an upgrade. I need to wait for the save notification before quitting the game. Did I not get a save notification? Wait, there's lag on saving in this game? Question? Need to buy the insanely expensive engine for the melee mech. There's a notification top mid of the screen once it's done saving. Want me to get a Gauss rifle up and running? Yeah, I think we need a whole new mech body for that though. Our mech bodies are pretty optimized for what we have, and we're good. We're in good spot for our new mech body right now. I mean, we've got extra XL engines. We've got ferrofibruses. We've got endo steels. We've got really meaty fucking legs. We're a mech who never skipped leg day ever. We're good. Did we start the ghost? Ooh, good question. I don't think we did. Good fucking question, though. Double boomstick Valkyrie with DFA and no armor. Just jump on them like Mario. It's an idea. I'll put that in the queue. Okay. All right, so I want to see this save notification. Time to blow up baddies. I mean, that's, I guess, part of the game. A disappointing part of the game. We did just find out there were like 5 more difficulty levels than we thought we had. I thought we were playing on difficult, but apparently we were playing on like moderate or something. All right, I want to get to 5 mechs. All right, so let's see this save again. Apparently I can do things while it's saving. Game save. Look at that. The notification shows up like half a day later. Incredible. Technology. All right, we have 3 days on this. Let's go take a look at our mech bay. Let's go to our components. Let's go to our storage. Let's go to our ghost. We have no green. We have 1 of 5 ghost parts here. 2 of 5 ghost parts here. Another 1 of 5 ghost parts there. We're at 4 of 5 ghost, chat. Thought we were at 5 of 5. Okay. All right. But I think it's time. It's time to advance the timeline. 3 days till glory. Do we have any other modifications we could possibly do? I think we're done with modification, but we should double check just to be absolutely 1000% sure. And then we should save again. We should wait for the save notification and check again. Double check and triple check. And what would we even do on this thing? No, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love it. We could use a little half patchwork over here. Would be nice for armor. Okay. What's the definition of addiction? I wouldn't know. Not something I'm worried about. All right, 3 days. Day 4. Day 5. Day 6. Work order. Fucking kill order. All right, embassy is extraction, not for us. Insurgent leader versus the pirate organization. Raiding party versus the planetary government. Yes. Queen out the mercs versus planetary government for pirates. Not bad. But we're doing this one. Let us negotiate. Let us begin. This looks good. Are we happy with this? Oh my god, we're so happy. Deploy. We did increase difficulty mid-game, Adus, but there was a whole like hidden suite of extra options because apparently this mod doesn't go with the standard 3 difficulties of, you know, starter, medium, and hard. It doesn't go with the increased version of 5 difficulties of standard, increased, hard, extremely hard, and insane. It instead goes with the next step above 5 for gaming, which is 12 apparently. Goes straight to 12 difficulties. Because the customization is important even in your difficulty level. What number out of 12 are we on? That is not for mere mortals to know. I don't actually know what number we're on. 8? 9? Something like that. I don't fucking know. Can you imagine how hard mission 2 would be on 12 though? Mission 2 is the one where they were running E-War and we didn't have a single way to pierce E-War. So the highest percentage shot I think we took that entire mission was like 14%. That is wrong, Rakesh. The first mission we did today, we used red button. Red button even picked up a kill. All right. Let's put a stop to their raid. All right. Oh, let's look at these modes. (16 times 3). This is the rapid fire. Dude, it's only 16 times 3. It's only 48 fucking damage. Does each one ECM jam them? What does it do? Is it just additional heat, additional firing? So, oops. So that's one shot, 45 damage. Also, let's go look at the failure rate on this. We should have maybe done that while we were optimizing. But hey, let's look at it together now. Now that we know. Who am I? And what am I doing right now? I'm looking at failure rate. All right, let's together look at this. Failure rate. Clan enhanced imaging, PPC capacitor, mask, pirate engine, blue shield, advanced mask, supercharger. I don't know which of these it might be. We're not running a PPC capacitor kit. Mask is an engine upgrade. Clan enhanced imaging is a cockpit upgrade. Clan mask presumably is a clan movement upgrade. Pirate engine's a movement upgrade. Blue shield, don't even know what the fuck that is. Advanced mask, presumably a movement upgrade. Supercharger, believe it's a movement upgrade. And the D&I cockpit. You guys think it's capacitor? This chart is just for stuff you activate by control clicking. We have to look at another one. Got it. Thank you for the second link. I'll add that over here. That's apparently a separate graph. Okay, so here's the other versions. Apparently it provides 0 heat. Interesting. Oh, heat damage per salvo. Chance to jam over here. Okay. This is our gunnery skill. Oh, Jesus. I was hoping we'd get into zeros, but we're not. We're not in the zeros. We're about 10% jam chance. I'm pretty sure jam is just a crit on the weapon. So we're at 9 gunnery skill, I think. Might even be higher. All right, let's find out what our gunnery skill is. It's a mini game. Rapid fire looks sexy. Really? Because it does 3 more damage than this and doesn't have 3 hit rolls. I also don't, I mean, I guess it's similar. I guess, I don't know if the PPC effect applies multiple times. So we look at this guy's head. This is where all of our accuracy modifiers are. Oh, we didn't put the fucking accuracy arm for the PPC. That's probably okay. So the head has the Artemis 2, which is 2 piloting. No, Artemis skill is +1 for missiles. Tactic support B is tactics. Life support is nothing. Virtual reality pod is 2. Enhanced imaging is 3. So we will go 3. Base on our this guy is 7. So that means combined. Why is it saying 10 right now? Should be 11 with the. It should be 10 with the stuff active. Does Bud have piloting gunnery of 8? What is +1 accuracy and -1 evasion? The weapon? I didn't see that mode. Oh, it says it right there. Rapid firing. Accuracy +1, evasion ignored 1. Holy shit. Hovering over the wrong mech warrior. Oh, that would do it. Yeah, good call. No. Yeah. Okay, this is what it should be. Gunnery 9 then. That makes sense. So it's gunnery 10 when we activate that. I think it's a... When I turn on that module chat, is it +1 gunnery or +1 accuracy? I think it's +1 gunnery. It might be one accuracy. All right, either way, we're looking at between 9 and 10. What are our actual failure chances? Failure chances come down to, with gunnery 10, it's 5%. With gunnery 9, it's 7%. DEI is +1 accuracy, 20% targeted. Okay. So it's 9 then. Okay, it's fine. Now we know. All right, what are we doing? We're destroying enemy units. Maybe. Let's reserve.
Roger that. Standing by.
No teammates. Interesting.
Orders.
Let's turn on the overheating AMS. Let's get to a location. We're going to have good LOS. Probably over here, but maybe not. So we have about a 7% failure rate on that PPC, which is an exciting number.
Standing by.
Keeps it fresh. Could sprint off the cliff. Not supporting that. Could jump down. I feel like jumping down here is going to get me... Well, we're at 15. Might be okay. Wait, really? That's all I can jump? Is that the same as walking? Fine.
Heading out.
Think how great a melee mech would be on this map.
Yes, Commander.
Death from above benefits.
Affirmative. Bandit.
Where? Oh, right on the bottom. Look at that. Sneaky fuck. Not in line of sight, mind you, but nevertheless. Sneaky bandit fucks. Vehicles too, annoyingly. Alright, what arm blows up? Left arm.
Heads up, Commander. You've got hostile contacts inbound.
Begins. New round. They've angered us. There's a Jenner. And the Scorpion. Light autocannon. Standard MG. Machine gun standard ×4.
Yep.
Could tag barrage's ass. Can we get LOS? No. Get blocked up. That's unblocked LOS there. Okay, we found some additional targets.
Got a lock.
Did get a lock. All right. Shepherd and a Merkava heavy tank. Feels fucking terrifying. All right. LRM standards. At what percentage? Seems okay.
Oh, my armor's melting off.
All right. We had our second tag here. Also fairly unexcited about my light mech in line of sight of 7 targets.
Something I can do.
All right, other issue is they're not going to have moved yet. So we can try to get down his shit on that. I can also shoot then move. I do have an attack roll here. Not terrible. What are we on right now? This is overcharged. That one is regular, and that one's go fucking ham. Could move then jump. Well, we can't move and brace. Because if we shoot, we can't. And we want to do damage. We gotta do damage.
Nice.
Not that nice. Don't get too excited with yourself. All right. Maybe I can break LOS slightly. Yes. First shot misfire? Did it really? How do I know? Weapon damaged. Get fucked. Oh, we forgot to turn on our imaging. Not that that would have affected jam chance, but okay. Okay. Fucking Overwatch AMS. No problem. Okay.
Receiving you.
Alright, we've got Pericles next. Bring in the pain. 97s on this thing. 93s on this thing. I'm not sure we can do anything to it though. It's running Pirate Flamers, ER Medium, and SRM Streaks. Dude, we have really good accuracy here. I think hitting this fucking tank might be a real thing. This thing is not... fuck. This is not one of the... God damn it. This is not an ace pilot. This is an ass pilot. It'd be tough to say what we're dealing with here. This gives us 1 movement pip, which is pretty unexciting. Could reserve down. I'd like to shoot it before it acts, though, is the thing. We have very little information about who's going next. I think this is probably a reserve round. I need more AoEs. Stop letting me sell all my artillery, chat. Oh, the tank's going next. That's terrifying. Dude, it looks so cool with the fucking guy sitting on the top just like pewing everything down with the lasers.
Minimal damage on that hit.
Alright, our turn. Mechs. Tanks. Okay. We're going to be running some serious heat on the spider in a minute.
Ready for orders.
All right. Ace pilot. We have no shots. Gotta get down there. Apparently it's 2 hops to get down there.
Here we go.
All right. Do we want to take this shot? 30s. Probably. We will eventually have to blow that fucking tank up. Thank you, Esper, for the sub. Welcome. Question is, can we get it before it turns? All right, new round. Already sensor pinged. I forgot we sensor pinged a guy we didn't shoot even once. Not an ace pilot. How much heat did we generate? What? Really? Nothing? No, that can't be right. This thing shot like 20 times. Chat, do we believe? I didn't click that! Oh, fuck me. Where are we even facing? That's so not what I wanted to do. God, we're just gonna get wrecked on the side. At least we have a sprint bonus, I guess. Okay. That's how much heat we're generating. To go ahead of it. Can't let it turn around. If it turns around, like our entire like turn has been wasted. It's so frustrating that I misclicked. I think we're okay, but that's still not what I wanted. I was looking for the one that lets me rotate the torso enough. Yeah, it could have been loads worse for sure. All right, this is our line breaker. We'd like to move forward. We want to kill that thing. Moving to there is all right. This may also, we don't actually have enough apparently for this, which is too bad. It's got to be that. Okay. Looks complicated. Good luck. It's very fun. Very fun. All right, we have a shot on the side there. We should turn on the enhanced imaging. Okay, 42%'s there. PPC is fucked because it blew up on round 1. No visuals. It's bad. We definitely want a multi-shot here. With, just trying to look what it would be. 42% there. 29 there. 29 there. Gotta kill this. Won't let me. He's protected by ECM. That guy is a maybe. Okay. We still take this shot, or is it too much heat? Might be too much heat. Wait, how come I can't turn it off? Does this mean it's not shooting? Because it looks like it's still shooting to me. What do you mean I can't turn it off? On multi-target. There we go. Now multi-target. A. B. 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 A. Go. It's like a small PPC hit probably would have killed that. Don't you dare turn around.
Systems are holding.